What's up? How's everybody doing tonight? Yes, I got the yawns all of a sudden. Gonna have to wake up. I guess I could go ahead and open another pack of these because we're gonna need more of these at some point tonight. This is the song that never ends. All right. I got 10 o'clock by my calculations, so let's get this show on the road. Here is our owner list for tonight. Tonight we're doing a 5-box mixer, 4 boxes Hobby Donruss 2025, 1 box of 2024 National Treasures. That makes 5. The only person I'm missing payment from is James Ward for the Chase Briscoe spot. And then the rest of the drivers, Brandon Jones, Brittany Zamora, Jeff Burton, Jeffrey Earnhardt, John Hunter, Matty D, Nick Sanchez, and Zane Smith are in the filler. So let's get ready to do the duck race. Get her on. There's 1 through 14 in the duck race. Michael McManus has half the spots. So strong odds. What's the saying from Hunger Games? May the odds be ever in your favor. But it only takes 1 duck to win. So, here we go. Got 14. Let's shuffle it one time. And good luck, everybody. We got the bumblebee duck out front. We got a Trump duck. We got a Dr. duck. We got a merwoman duck, a mermaid duck. We've got a purple people eater and I don't know, pink pansy duck. Who's it going to be? Right, Lucky 13's making a move. Top hat. Lucky 13. Top hat and all. Getting it done. Making moves. And that is Micah Robinson. Micah Robinson with the duck race win. Congrats, Micah. And again, like I said, it only takes one. He snagged one, and he won with one. So congrats again on the win. We'll keep this thing semi-handy because there's always at least a small chance of a duel out of National Treasures. As promised in the comments, I did say that we would do National Treasures first. I know that's probably a draw for some people. And just because of the time of evening, I think it's better to do this first. So we're going to do NT first, right off the rip. And then we'll finish out with Donruss. That way, if people get tired of watching Donruss, they don't have to stay till the end to see NT. So we got a thickie. It's thicky thick. Thicky thick. All right. We've got Riley Herbst going to Braxton on the white sparkle. Kyle Larson goes to Dale. And another Riley Herbst. This is the Rides version. So got both versions of Riley Herbst. Interesting. Going to Braxton. Out of all the drivers that are in Prism, they get 3 cards in a pack and we get 2 Riley Herbst. Nothing against him. Just terrific collating by Panini. All right. I do believe we have a booklet. Sounds like my dog's puking upstairs, so that's good. We got that going for me, which is nice. 9 of 49 on the base. Alex Bowman. That's going to go to Sam. Then we got 3 out of 49 rides. Jeff Gordon with the Flames. That's going to go to Gavin. Next, 20 out of 25. Race used tires. Jamie McMurray, 20 of 25. Going to Brian Jacobs with the hollow silver. Actually, I think it's hollow gold. The more I look at it, the more gold it looks. $63 of 75. Blue race used fire suit. Daniel Dye going to Tony Jordan. Let me put this down and get a mag for our booklet. I told you guys before NT came out that when we hit booklets out of that we were going to have mags for all of them. So, staying true to that. This one looks like it's going to be a nice one, too. Prime Fire Suit Material Signatures Booklet. 12 out of 25. Chase Elliott. Big old chunk of the Napa fire suit in there, too. That's sexy right there. That's nice. Going to Steve Teskey. Congrats, Steve. That is a beaut, my friend. On-card auto, which I haven't pulled a Chase Elliott autograph in a hot minute because he hadn't been signing. Sweet patch. I mean, that's got it all going for it. Hell yeah, Steve. Let's get that put away. That's nice. That's pretty sweet. That doesn't suck at all, man. Congrats. I guess I'll switch colors and we'll bring blue out. And we'll go like that for Chase. Nice one. Nice one. 2 of 25. Jimmy Johnson, race used tires. JJ goes to Micah. Then we're going to go Treasured Moments, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 84/99. That's also really nice. Stenhouse going to Joey. I was there. Yes, indeed. Oh, and we do have a duel. I mentioned we could. That's nice as well. 17 out of 20. Dual auto, Daniel Suarez and Ross Chastain. That's cool. Suarez is Brian D. And Ross Chastain is Troy Meckus. So Brian D. and Troy. We will do a random at the end for this. You guys have a lot of time if you want to try to coordinate or swing a deal. You probably got, I would say, almost an hour before we do a random. So if you guys make something happen, just let me know. 75/99 Colossal Material Signatures Josh Berry. That's going to go to Trevor. This is a really nice box of NT. Really nice box of NT. Nice Josh Berry. And how about one more really nice auto? Boy, I like this one a lot. 65/99. Track Pass Signatures, Ryan Blaney. That's cool. That's going to Micah. Congrats, Micah. What a nice box of National Treasures, man. I haven't seen, like I said, I haven't seen a Chase Elliott auto in a minute. But I haven't seen a box of NT that solid kind of throughout the box in a while. I don't know that you could really complain about too many cards in that box. That was really a solid box. All right. Move right on into Donnie. Again, shipping is included for autos and relics. If you hit an auto or a relic, then your shipping will be included. If you haven't seen the schedule that's posted, I'm planning on Thursday. Well, those do not want to stand up. Playing on Thursday a 5-box mixer of just 5-box break of Donruss, just straight Donruss hobby, and then on Saturday for the race, because we're racing on Saturday night this week. National Treasures 2-box break, and then Sunday probably a mixer. It'll probably be similar to what tonight's mixer was. We'll see, but probably something very similar. 148 to 199, blue Tyler Reddick goes to Braxton. I wondered if those were going to fall over. They just misbehaving like crazy. I don't know what's up with why they don't want to. I've never seen a stack of cards be so wonky like this. They do not want to cooperate. Optic Logano, Spellbound Jr. Red and blue Blaney. Sit him down there. Optic Hollow Joey Logano. Pedal to the Metal Sam Mayer. 2-color sheet metal. Goes to Lewis. Race Kings Chase. Red and blue Ben Rhodes. Denny. Connor Zilic Spellbound S. Denny Hollow Optic. Spellbound Larson, letter L. Frankie, red and blue. Frank the Tank. Frank the Tank. We're going Sheldon Creed, 241 of 299 for Paul Wolf. Brennan Poole. Well, that's nice. 25 of 99. Coming Attractions, Raja Caruth. That'll go to Lewis. Red and blue, Jeb Burton. Tyler Ankrum Optic. And suited up, A.J. Allmendinger. He will go to Micah. Race Kings BK. BK. Noah Gragson, blue, 102 out of 199. Going to Lewis. And Brennan Poole, Optic Hollow. Then we got Spellbound Chase Elliott, letter O. Red and blue, Christian Eckes, Bubba Wallace, and Unleashed, Ryan frickin' Blaney. So for those of you that saw my post the other day about where people live, I don't know how many people read the whole thing or if people just saw I was looking for where you live and they just commented, but I've been talking for a while about wanting to do some kind of NASCAR event, card event. And I don't know what has been keeping me from trying it, but I finally have made the decision that if we're going to try it, we need to try it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like one of those things where you're never going to know if it's going to work out or not unless we try. And, the fact remains is a definition of whether it's worth it or not is all in whoever shows up. Do those people have fun? And that's really what is going to matter the most. It doesn't matter if we have 12 people or if we have 200 people. All that matters is that anybody that can attend and does attend has a good time. So it's something that you're going to continue to hear me talk about a little bit because I fully intend to make it happen this year. I just don't know when. And I say this year, I mean in 2026. I want to give people time to plan for it. Green Velocity Optic, Darrell Waltrip for Brian Jacobs, 93 and 99. So I don't yet have a date in mind. I don't yet have a exact location in mind. I do think I've narrowed the location down to possibly 3 different potential cities. And they're kind of based on me trying to find something semi-centralized, which is difficult. We're all spread out everywhere. 38 out of 299 red, Christian Rose. That goes to Micah. But the 3 cities that I'm really kind of, I guess dialed into would be either Cincinnati, Louisville, or potentially Nashville. Any of those 3 seem like it's going to give people an opportunity to drive. Oh, we might have a Pandora here. We do. Hold that thought for a second. Oh, that's nice. Pandora Optic Ben Rhodes autograph. That's sweet. Going to Will Black. Congrats, Will. Man, that's nice. I love those Pandoras. Those are really, really sharp. 22 of 25 on the Ben. Spellbound Chase, letter E. So anyway, thinking about the cities, I'm trying to find some place that's somewhat centralized, and the idea for me is how many group members or how many people can I get within maybe about a 6-hour drive. So that's sort of what I'm shooting for. 135 of 199, Bubba, going to Paul. And a lot of it's going to depend on, where can we have it? And if I'm the one planning it and I'm the one that's essentially, paying for a venue, I feel like I get the privilege of picking a city that's semi-close to where I live. So, Unleashed Kyle Larson. And I don't know what that's going to cost. I guess I won't say I'm paying for it entirely until I know what it's going to cost. It might be a thing where we have to ask everybody to chip in, $5 or $10. I don't know. But I guess I'll know more once I dive into it. But my theory or my idea is, season highlights Dale Jr., is to find a hotel that has like a nice conference center or a nice big conference room and ask if we can use the conference room for an evening or rent it for an evening. And anybody that's traveling in can just stay there at the hotel, you know, and spend the night there. And hopefully they'll give us, you know, like a decent rate for a block of rooms. And just a one evening type of thing. It would be, I think my plan is going to be to do like a Saturday evening, late afternoon evening, like 3 to 10, 3 to 11, something like that. Kind of an event. Red and blue Kyle Petty. Spellbound T. And my reasoning for doing it during that time frame is if people are driving from, say, 4, 5, 6 hours away, you can drive over Saturday morning to the event. That leaves you enough time. If it doesn't start till 3, that gives you plenty of time to drive over in the morning and get there, and you can participate in the whole event, and then you'd really only need to spend one night in a hotel if you're traveling from that far. And then Sunday, you have all day Sunday to travel back home. So I'm trying to do it as affordably as I can for everyone while trying to make it make sense. And it's a challenge for sure. Hollow Optic rated rookie, Connor Zilic. So if you heard me say one of those 3 cities and you're like, oh, I can't go there, just understand that obviously we got to try something somewhere, and you know, I'm not picking places just to like exclude people, but I'm also trying to make it affordable for folks that want to come in and have a good time. So, and I really would like to approach it more of like a trade day or trade night. It could be, you know, it could be show-esque in that people could have a table if they want. But I really would like it to be almost viewed as more of a trade event than anything, you know what I mean? So I'm sure my LCS would provide boxes that I could bring along, and I could sell those if people wanted any on his behalf, you know what I mean, to have stuff to open at the event. And so that's just my vision anyway. So like I said, if you guys have input, questions, if you're somebody that thinks you would come to an event like that after I've kind of laid out what my plan is, let me know. I've really been wrestling with the when, because we've talked about a whole bunch of different ideas. We've had ideas about trying to host it around a race. You know, my first initial thought was, oh, it'd be cool. We could do Nashville as the location, and we could do it the weekend of the Nashville race. But my concern with that is, for those that want to come to the trade night or to the card event or whatever, that's going to make all the hotels in the area super expensive because NASCAR's in town. So now, instead of paying, you know, probably $125 to $150 for a semi-decent hotel room for a night, you're probably looking at double that or more, when all you're trying to do is come to a card thing. So, you know, I'm trying to wrestle in my own head with what is best for everybody, and without really trying to exclude too many people. I'm trying to think of a way to make it work for as many people as it can. So, like I said, it's going to be one of those things where we're going to just try it and see what happens and go from there. So, red and blue SVG. And I think it'd be great to make it, you know, family oriented. Spellbound Chase Elliott. I certainly would probably assumed that my whole family would be coming. Red and blue, Chris Buescher. Optic red velocity, Jake Garcia goes to Micah. 72 out of 199. Pedal to the metal, Chris Buescher. You know, my other thought was, you know, I could set it up like a card show and have some dealers. I can think of probably at least a couple of people, you know, myself included, that would set up a table and make it, you know, like a show. I could think of several others that probably would, if we wanted that kind of feel. But you know, I really just want it to be a chance to get some folks together. Red and blue, Dale Jr. Optic, Ryan Blaney, and Dale Jr. season highlights. So we shall see what happens. Red and blue, Larson. Optic hollow, Eric Jones. And if you guys think I'm nuts for the idea, I just assume you tell me you think I'm crazy too. So, or if you think I've got this terrible thought going, I'd rather you guys be like, Mike, that's not going to work. So, Austin Dillon, 83 out of 199. Going to Michael Clay. But I certainly don't want it to be a, you know, a lot of card shows are like big money makers. I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be, you know what I mean? Like 3 out of 199. Sam Mayer going to Lewis. Red and blue, Jimmy Johnson. Cindric. Burning rubber, Sammy Smith. If we planned something and I knew that we were only going to have, you know, 20 people, we probably wouldn't even need a conference center. We could probably just use a lobby of wherever we're going. But I think of a conference room or conference center just because kind of, you know, a little bit more secure. You're kind of out of sight of everybody else that's at the hotel. Gives you a little bit of a sense of, you know, nobody's going to come mess with your stuff type of thing. So, Carson Hocevar. Red and blue, A.J. Allmendinger. Optic, Jeb Burton. And Spellbound, Dale Jr. So anyway, that's what I've been kicking around in the old noggin the last few days. So it's one of those things that it's going to happen. I just don't know when. It's going to be in 2026. I don't have an exact date. I also don't have an exact location. But I have more than I had a few days ago, and that I know we're going to do it, and I know we're going to do it in 2026. So take that for what it's worth. grab a quick drink. School started today here for us. So my kids went to school today. Oh, I think we got another Pandora. I do believe. 75 of 299, red, Brandon Jones. That goes through the filler to Micah. Micah ended up with quite a few drivers because Micah has the unlisted spot and the filler. That's a lot of drivers. Spellbound, Zilich, Mayer, and how about a Matty D Pandora? Optic Auto. Matty D went unclaimed, and that will go to Micah Robinson. Through the filler. 25 of 25. Those are really nice. Red and blue Allgaier, Spellbound Larson, and an Optic Austin Beers. Rated rookie. $163 of $199, Matt Mills, blue. That'll go to Micah. We got some weather rolling through here. All of a sudden. They weren't calling for anything, but as hot as it's been here, because we've been in the 90s the last couple days, I'm not surprised that we've got something popping up. Optic Weatherman. Hopefully my son's already asleep because he is absolutely terrified of storms. So hopefully with their first day of school today, he was tuckered out enough that he's just zonked out. Otherwise, if you guys hear the door fling open and somebody come downstairs, you'll know it's him. Red and blue Jeff Gordon. Got a green Haley Deegan optic. The Velocity. It's going to go to John Boyles. 79 out of 99. Optic Raja. Unleashed Ryan Blaney. Frankie Muniz, red and blue. Michael McDowell, Jesse Love, and Spellbound, letter R for Jeff. So, with all the SVG talk of him, absolutely just dominating road courses, anybody have an opinion on comparison with SVG and Jeff Gordon as far as what they did on the road courses? If you remember back several years ago, Gordon won 6 in a row road courses, but it was over a couple of year period. That was back when they only ran 2 a year. And it was against a different field of drivers. I think maybe Gordon was racing potentially against a better field of drivers, in my opinion. I could see an argument both ways on the car that Gordon was in versus the car that SVG's in. So what do you guys think? Because what was a more impressive feat? Gordon's 6 in a row in the era that he did it in, or SVG's 4 in a row in this era? Or are they too hard to compare? They might be too hard to compare because it's not apples to apples. I don't know. Empty box. Mike says SVG. Gordon had the best cars. But that was right. I mean, that was in the late 90s. You know, there was a lot of I feel like there were, you could say the same thing about Dale Earnhardt or Mark Martin, or I feel like there was quite a few that fell into that category of having great cars. Did Gordon race against, was the competition that Gordon raced against better or worse? Ooh. Maybe it's a no contest. Maybe it's just SVG across the board. I don't know. I think Gordon probably had more competition across more talented drivers, I think. Overall. $22 of $199. So I'll say Gordon gets the nod for competition. SVG maybe gets the nod for having done what he did in a more comparable car. Blue Daniel Dye to Tony Jordan. And then it's, is it harder to win that many over a couple of years? Or is it harder to win that many in a single season? 25 of 99, Denny Hamlin, Explosion Race Kings. Goes to Braxton. Like, I could see the argument saying that it's much harder to win 4 in a row in a single season, because that just seems like that would be difficult, right? Like, that's... But, sometimes you get hot, you get on a streak. Or is it more difficult to win consistently over years? I just don't know. I don't, you guys know me, I don't care for road courses, so I don't know that I have a good opinion to offer. 36 of 99, pedal to the metal. Martin Truex Jr. going to Nate. I'm going to open some more 130 points after this one as well, because we're going to need some more. So let me get those open. Here, the big thing, is it the same car for SVG? I guess I'm not sure what you're asking me, Mike. I guess I'm not understanding. Unleashed Bubba. Road cars for just those, right? Yep, I think they still, I think they still probably have cars that are specific, just based on the setups. I could be wrong. But I'd be surprised if they don't have certain cars that are, hey, this is our super speedway car, this is our road course car. The road course cars have to be set up differently anyway because of the way they pit at some of the courses. Black Velocity Optic Tyler Reddick 23 and 99. We got Bubba's door number on Tyler's card. Going to Braxton. Spellbound Jr., letter T. Red and blue Allgaier. Race Kings Kyle Larson. SVG red and blue. Hocevar Optic Hollow. Boy, that one's clean. That one's well centered and clean. That's nice. Nice Hocevar. Connor Zilich. Letter I. Poor Connor, man. He's been a meme for a while now, since Saturday night. Reddick Optic. Spellbound Larson, letter O. Red and blue, Dale Jr. Speaking of Jordan, Michael John Pierce, Jordan's boat, Catch 23, they finished second at the White Marlin Open in Ocean City, Maryland last weekend. Red and blue, Kyle Larson. I don't know all the details, but I think it was like a 71.5-pound white marlin that they caught. Hollow Optic Eric Jones. And that was second place. I think first place had one that was over 90. Spellbound Chase Elliott. I don't know the first thing about fishing or white marlins. I just know because we've gone to Ocean City enough, that's a massive event. And people come from all over for that. And that's about all I know about it. And I know there's a lot of money at stake. That's the other thing I know, I guess. I think they said the winner got almost $4.5 million. I'm sure some of the boats cost well north of that. All right. $201 of $299 red Daniel Suarez. Going to Brian D. Unleashed Reddick, Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy red and blue. Justin Haley, red optic, goes to Robert James Taylor. 18 out of 199. Suited up Kyle Weatherman. That's going to go to the unlisted spot in Micah. Boy, Thunder still... It's like a Garth Brooks song where, you know, the thunder rolls. It's just kind of rolling gently in the night. Petty Spellbound T. Nobody's talking to me, so I gotta sing to myself. Optic Hollow Jamie McMurray. Everybody's like, nope, mute, mute, mute. Carson Hosevar season highlights. Caden Honeycutt, red and blue. Red and blue Noah. We got an optic green Nick Sanchez. Nobody claimed Nick tonight either. That's going to go to Micah through the filler. 77/99. Spellbound letter A for Junior. Lawless Allen, 50/99, purple. It's going to go to Micah. I've got my next card show coming up this Saturday in Columbus. So kind of getting geared up for that. Oh, nice hit. 22/25. Dialed in blue explosion. Shane Van Gisbergen auto. That's freaking cool. Going to Nick Marquette. Well, that doesn't suck. Congrats, buddy. That is sharp. Man, oh man, that's nice. Let's swap that out for the dual for a little bit. I got the dual right here in front of me, so we don't forget to do that. Nice hit, Nick. I think that's the second SVG auto we've hit for you out of Donruss, is it not? I think so. I'm pretty sure. 114/199, Unleashed, Chase Elliott. Going to Steve. I think we hit like a silver or something before. Red and blue J-Mac. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think you had a base silver, I think is what it was. Base silver auto. But that was early on when the product first came out, right? That was one of the first breaks, I think. So it's been a while. Even though it's a new product, it's been out for several weeks now, obviously. So all SVG's done is win another race in the amidst of all that. All he does is keep winning. Hey, Nick, what do you think? I don't know if you follow... I don't know if you necessarily follow sprint cars or not, but Kerry Madsen is taking over the Tony Stewart Racing number 15 after they've parted ways with Donnie Schatz. So Kerry Madsen from over, at least in your general vicinity. I know he's not necessarily from where you're from precisely, but at least vicinity. Your region of the earth. All right. Last box. Good luck, everybody. Overall, this has been really, really good. Tony and Tony red and blue. Green Optic Velocity Tie Dylan goes to Michael Clay. I mean, we've had some really nice stuff even out of Donruss. 22/99 for Ty. Red and blue Matt Mills. And Optic Hollow Silver rated rookie autograph, Caden Honeycutt. Caden will go to Lewis. Yeah, man. All the autos, I wouldn't be upset with any of the autos that came out of any of the Donruss boxes. Spellbound, Chase Elliott, O. Those Pandoras are nice. Chandler Smith, red and blue. Cousin Carl, Ryan Blaney, Unleashed again. We've seen like 3 of those, I think. $233 of $299 Reds. Sammy Smith goes to Cale Larson. Spellbound letter R, Jeff Gordon. Red and blue, Connor Daly. Hollow, Jeff Gordon. Sam Mayer. I'm assuming on our dual auto from NT, we're going to go random. I haven't heard from Brian or Troy on that. So I'm assuming that means we're going random. Spellbound R for Junior. Red and blue, Todd Gilliland. Retzlaff, Unleashed, William Sawalich. Losing my voice. I'm going to have to grab another drink. Gatorade. Red and blue, Ryan Blaney. Optic Hollow, Matty D. And William Byron, season highlights. Let me grab a quick drink. I know we only got a half box left, but the scratchy throat tells me it's time. We might have a gold in the bottom of this stack. That might be a gold there that I just saw. I can't say for sure, and I'm not going to go back to try to look, but there might be a gold at the bottom of this pile. A pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Oh, now that was some pretty loud thunder there. That wasn't just some rolling thunder. That one is the type that could wake my son up. That was pretty loud. That was pretty loud. And I'm in the basement, so If I'm saying it's pretty loud down here, it's certainly loud for them up there. Blue Harvick, 128 of 199. Going to John Boyles. King's Denny. Christian Eckes, Optic, Red Velocity. Going to JR. I feel like we've hit something Christian Eckes in just about every Donruss break. 2 out of 199. I feel like he consistently shows up with something. Pedal to the metal, Christian Eckes. Case in point. Going to JR. Race Kings, Chase Briscoe. Frankie, red and blue. Ben Rhodes, Richard Petty, Spellbound Larson, letter N. And Jeb Burton, red and blue. I don't know why I'm picking up the whole stack when there's an Optic hollow right on top. I knew better than that. What are you doing, Mike? What are you doing? C. Bell Unleashed. Carson Hocevar, 136 out of 299. That's going to go to Anthony Hawley. Josh Berry. And that's nice. 17 of 99, Spellbound Explosion, Richard Petty with the letter P. That's going to go to Glenn. Red and blue Eckes. Sanchez. Pedal to the metal, Eric Jones, 34.99. His reverse door number. Eric Jones going to Anthony Hawley. Sheldon Creed coming attractions. Some rookies here. And a red and blue Eric Almirola. And we got a gold Optic Brandon Jones. Gold Optic. 4 out of 10 on that one. I knew we saw gold. Brandon Jones went unclaimed tonight through the filler to Micah Robinson. Congrats, Micah. For the number of drivers Micah had, he really hadn't hit a lot, so he needed something. That probably saved the day in a lot of ways. I mean, he's hit some good stuff, but needed kind of a pillar to add, and that's a nice one there. Congrats. Gold Optic Brandon Jones out of 10. Very nice card. Spellbound O. And the last couple, red and blue, Jake Garcia, Carson Quapple, and an Unleashed SVG to finish things out for us. So, I mean, overall, really, really nice mixer, in my opinion. I know it's always relevant based on what each person actually hit, but when I look at the overall, if I had opened those 5 boxes, I'd be tickled with what came out of them. So, hopefully everybody else agrees that those were pretty darn solid. Let me kind of just move some things around here real quick, and we'll get ready to do a recap, and then we'll do the random for the duel here at the end. So, pretty much in reverse order. For relics, we had Eric Jones to 99, Christian Eckes, Kyle Weatherman suited up, Martin Truex Jr. to 99, Sammy Smith, Burning Rubber, Chris Buescher, AJ Allmendinger, Sam Mayer, 2-color. Out of 25, Jimmy Johnson, tire. Out of 75, Daniel Dye, Fire Suit Blue. And out of 25, Hollow Gold, Jamie McMurray, tire. Then our autographs. We had Caden Honeycutt, Optic Rated Rookie Auto. Pandora, Matty D, out of 25. Pandora, Ben Rhodes, out of 25. Those Pandoras are nice. I like this one, too. Blaney to 99 with the Track Pass signatures. That's cool. Josh Berry, Colossal Material signatures. And Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Treasured Moments. Then we just pulled that gold Brandon Jones optic a moment ago. We got the dialed in SVG out of 25. That's going to make a trip across the pond. And then the booklet, Chase Elliott out of 25, but I don't know that the serial number does the card justice. It's got a lot going for it. Really, really great patch. Obviously part of the Napa logo, just based on the shape of the blocking and the coloring, and it 100% has to be part of the logo. I would venture to guess that this might be the letter N, just kind of looking at how it's shaped. So I think that could be the letter N. And then on-card auto. So really, really nice Chase Elliott. Congrats to Steve again on that one. And then we had the dual auto out of NT, out of 20, Daniel Suarez and Ross Chastain. And let me grab the tablet. We got to do a random for that bad boy. And then I think I'm going to call it a night tonight. Normally when I get done, I sit here and sort cards, and I think I'm with the rest of the people in my household. I think I'm going to call it quits a little earlier tonight. So we're going to put them on the list just like they appear on our list. So we're going to put Daniel Suarez first. And then Ross Chastain second. I still think it's kind of a shame that Daniel's not getting to keep his ride. I think he's done a really good job with that team. All right, 5 times. Here we go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's going to go to the Ross Chastain spot and Troy. Ross Chastain and Troy. So congrats to Troy getting the dual auto. Very nice. Very nice card indeed. So that's really all I've got for tonight. Again, keep an eye on the schedule for this week, but Thursday we'll be back at it with a straight up 5-box break of Donruss. And then Saturday night, we got a night race Saturday night. Saturday night we'll do a National Treasures 2-box break. And then probably looking at Sunday for a similar mixer to today. We might change it up ever so slightly, but it's going to be pretty similar. So stay tuned for that, and hope everybody can join us for all of those things. Until then, we will see you all next time.